No problem. Okay. I will rise. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Well, welcome everyone to the meeting. Okay.
Thank you, Randy.
Roll call, Diane.
Mr. Douglas?
Here.
Mr. Barber?
Here.
Mr. Bruno?
Here.
Mr. Rowan?
Here.
Mr. McDonald?
Here.
Mr. Farrell, Highway Superintendent? Mr. Pedro, Sewer Water Superintendent? Brian Marino, Youth Commission Chairperson? Pamela Barber, Confidential Secretary to the Board? Matthew Favre, our attorney and our guest, and our residents.
Bob's hiding.
Oh my, you're hiding, Bob!
Behind Craig's chair.
And Mr. Gwinnett, our zoning officer.
Diane Miller,
I'm
tax
so sorry.
inspector, town clerk. Okay. That being said, we need a motion and a second to approve the regular meeting of September 13th.
Make the motion. Second.
Craig made the motion, Jim does a second. Any discussion? Good, Diane, thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
5-8. And a motion and a second to approve the special meeting of September 22nd, 2021.
I'll make it.
Rick? Second. Mel, second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Community input, number 5. Anyone sign up?
No.
Anyone want to speak before we move on? Okay. Number 6, basic 6 and 7 basically are closing each accounts that have been paid for, and their accounts to 0, and basically that's what we're going to close the accounts for. So I need a motion, a second for a resolution for number 6.
I'll make it. Second.
Recommended motion, correct seconds. Diane, you do this one.
A resolution authorizing closure of the TD Bank account for the wastewater treatment plant engineering planning grant project H27. Whereas the wastewater treatment plant engineering planning grant project, the H27 capital project, has been completed and all funds have been paid out for project costs. And whereas the wastewater treatment plant EPG project account with TD Bank has been emptied of funds and should be closed. Now be it resolved that resolved that the Peru Town Board has authorized the closure of the wastewater treatment plant EPG project H-27 account ending in 6032 with TD Bank. Resolved that this resolution shall take effect immediately. Mr. Barber?
Yes.
Mr. Bruno?
Yes.
Mr. Irwin?
Yes.
Mr. Douglas?
Yes.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
How old was that account?
What's that?
How old was it?
God, it goes way back to
A year,
how old?
probably a year
And a half, 2 years.
Thank you.
Number 7, same thing. I need a motion and a second for a resolution to close the H28 account. That's been empty of money. It's been paid out.
Make the motion.
Craig Bruno.
Second.
Mel.
A resolution authorizing closure of TD Bank account for the Valcourt Sewer Engineering Planning Grant Project H-28. Whereas the Valcourt Sewer Engineering Planning Grant Project, the H-28 capital project has been completed and all funds have been paid out for project costs. And whereas the Valcourt Sewer EPG project account with TD Bank has been emptied of funds and should be closed. Now be it resolved that the Peru Town Board has authorized the closure of the Valcourt Sewer EPG project H-28 account ending in 6967 with TD Bank. Resolved that this resolution shall take effect immediately.
Mr. Barber?
Yes.
Mr. Bruno?
Yes.
Mr. Irwin?
Yes.
Mr. Douglas?
Yes.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes. Number 8, security camera update. I called Denise last week, and she got a hold of Chad, and then got a hold of Brian. I got a text message from her today saying they were going to start today. They all came in, all the cameras, everything that we approved for the parks, the gazebo, and the different things. And she sent me a message, because of the rain, they didn't start today. If it's not raining tomorrow, they are starting tomorrow. So that's the update that I have, and at least everything finally came in. It was back ordered, and they needed. So that is getting started as soon as it stops raining, hopefully tomorrow, if not Wednesday. That's my update on that. Number 9, all right, any more discussion on that, number 8, anyone?
Nope.
Okay, number 9, same thing, I called, I didn't talk to Tony, I talked to Mike, his brother, last week. Stuff is still back ordered, for the door security blocks and stuff, they haven't upgraded. He told me the end of, was it Pam, did I tell you October when I got phone with him?
I think so.
The end of October, he believes the stuff should be at the end of October, so they're hoping to start the beginning of October, beginning in November, they're hoping. Right now, it's still back ordered, and they're waiting on stuff just like everyone else is on every job, it seems. So that's the update on the security door locks. Anything else? Any discussion on that? Okay. Number 10, it's a motion and a resolution. So I need a motion and a second for a resolution, and Diane can explain the reason why.
Make the motion.
Okay, Bruno?
I'll second.
Mel second. Resolution, Matt, and then Diane, you can explain.
A resolution of the Peru Town Board to approve the increase of tax collection late payment notice fees. Whereas real property tax law section 987 requires the town tax collector by April 1st to mail by first-class mail a notice to each owner of property how much current taxes contained in said collector's warrant remain unpaid. And whereas RPTL section 987 was amended to allow the town board to adopt a resolution providing for a charge of not more than $2 against each parcel for which a notice is mailed by the town tax collector in order to recover the expense of mailing such notices. And whereas the Peru Town Board believes that it is in the best interest of the town that the expense of mailing such notices be paid by the persons to whom those notices be sent. Resolved, the town board of the town of Peru hereby authorizes and directs the town tax collector to charge a penalty of $2 against each parcel for which such collector is required to mail a notice pursuant to RPTL section 987. Now therefore be it resolved that this resolution shall take effect immediately.
Diane?
Mr. Robert?
Yes.
Mr. Bruno?
Yes.
Mr. Douglas?
Yes.
Mr. Irwin?
Yes.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes. You want to explain
And
the
the-
reasons for this?
Yeah, the reason behind this is, I always have to fill out this stuff every year, and I've noticed that other tax collectors have a $2 fee after April 1. And what they are is it's just late notices. We get that money back anyways, but you take your stamp, you take your envelope, you take all that, and I saw a lot of $2. So I researched it, I sent an email to the treasurer's office asking them what the protocol was, what I had to do, and blah, 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 this thing and that thing. And what I have to do is, this is approved, I've got to just send them a certified copy, and in January, on our little blurb on the back, it will now say $2 instead of $1. And it doesn't cost the town initially, it does, because we have to pay for it upfront until they reimburse us. And that's why I was asking for $2.
Very good, thank you.
Okay. That's where we move on. Number 11, Courtney.
Sewer project.
Yep. Yeah.
Not too much change, pretty much just restoration, some paving the past couple weeks since our last meeting. They have set the screening structure at, behind the community church. They still don't have their pipe they need to connect the tanks together. So they're still waiting on that. So they're pretty much just focusing on some restoration and what they can get done. Still no idea when the pipe's gonna be here. There is a construction meeting Wednesday. It's at 9 o'clock this week.
9 o'clock.
9 o'clock.
I have one question for you. Is there any way, as long as North Bend's gonna be closed, that you can put some sort of sign at the beginning of North Bend?
It's open now.
It wasn't today when I turned
Well,
on it.
they were paving 2 sections, so they shut the one end and then,
I mean, I pulled in and I've got a U-turn, you know?
yeah, I mean, I can ask them next time.
Yeah, if they're gonna close it, they put it at the beginning of the road so people don't have to use somebody's driveway and then somebody's getting mad because we're doing a turnaround in their driveway or something. It'd be nice if there was notice at the beginning of the road.
TD Bank was following them in there for a while.
They were following them in. Guy wanted to go through the drive-through the wrong way because he didn't want to wreck his car on the new pavement.
Anything else? Hey, we're already at other business. Rick?
Nope.
Jim?
Good.
Diane?
Perfect.
I'm good.
No? Good. Craig?
I am fine, thank you.
Bob?
Thank you. Fine.
Ryan?
Soccer's been going strong for 3-4 weeks now. Had to pause the mini mics last week because of kids quarantine. That's back up and running. John's up there just about every night. We're working hard to keep the program going. Talking to the county health department, and in constant contact with the coaches about how many kids they have quarantined, so that if we get into an issue with not being able to field teams, we can do something about it. So,
Are you guys mask free out there?
coaches are masked. Kids are not. And I believe that was at the recommendation of the health department. One of the people who works at the health department has a child who plays in the program, and that was his recommendation based on the proximity of the coaches to all the players. And then he said, I guess he made the comment to John that people are doing a good job of keeping distanced while they're out there.
Yeah, and as we know, they can change any day,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know.
I assume it was COVID, why we didn't see the kids in the parade.
Yes, that was a direct recommendation of the health department that having 300 kids in that kind of bunched up together was probably not the best idea. So that's why they didn't march in the Apple Fest. They were disappointed, we know, but in light of what we're seeing over at the school right now, that could be 10 times worse if we go through all those kids bunched up.
Do we have a meeting tomorrow night?
I'll have to double check it out.
I haven't heard it.
Yeah, I'll have to double check. Also, youth commission members are just curious, I believe it was May or June that the changes to the bylaws were submitted, and we haven't seen those approved by the town board yet. Or have they been?
They are approved.
They were approved.
Okay, maybe we missed it.
They should have.
There was,
Yeah, they were approved.
there was like no changes made. He accepted it the way it was.
Okay, I'll have to.
I asked him over and over to make some changes.
Yeah, they were approved for sure.
I'll be happy to do that.
And now that you're the chairman, we'd love to have you change them and update them, because they're definitely outdated, and it's 1994, 96.
We actually, we made some changes.
Yeah, well, Mr. Myers, Craig Myers turned them in, and the way he said there was no changes except the way they were.
I want to look at that.
I'd love to see, yeah, because I thought we made a couple
we'll
of,
look.
I mean, they were minor changes, we don't have anything, but I thought we made a few
I
minor.
mean, if you guys made changes, then.
There was one change about you guys being in charge of hiring and firing coaches.
That's
Yeah,
right.
that one did go through, yeah. I think that was the only one I remember though, other than that.
And if there's something different than what was brought to us, then.
I'll submit, yeah, I'll
Might
take,
have to submit something different.
Yeah, that was in there. I remember that one. yeah.
right, because I knew that was one of the changes, that it's been a few months, but I can't remember if there were others, but I knew that was one of the changes based on a situation we had a
Right,
few years ago.
we definitely approved that. That was good. Not a problem.
Whenever you get a second, Brian, if you could get us the minutes from the previous meeting before August 17th, when you would approve the minutes from the meeting before, we still don't have the minutes to the town.
I'll mention it to Chris then.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, and the other question, just while I'm here, before Bill Myers had resigned, he wrote a letter to the town board. But we haven't seen that submitted into the board agenda or minutes. Is there a plan to do that?
I didn't hear what you said.
Said the letter Bill Meyer sent in, he hasn't seen that in the minutes.
And we've delayed it once.
I did,
No, we approved this.
We accepted his
not his resignation
resignation.
letter,
I'm sorry?
not his resignation letter.
Okay.
He sent in another letter prior to his resignation.
He sent it individually to the town board members, not to the.
I was gonna say, we didn't have it.
I don't know.
I don't have it. He might have sent it to individuals, but not to the town board, which would
Okay,
be.
I'll check the email on that too. 'cause
Yeah, that doesn't go
If it
to the
wasn't-
minutes.
sorry to interrupt you. If it was just sent to board members, it wasn't read out loud or discussed at a meeting, it probably would be contained in minutes, so that.
Well, I know that, that's what we were wondering why it wasn't discussed at the meeting. Because there was some questions in there that the youth commission was looking at answering. I don't have it on me, so I'll have to bring it to the next
I don't know anything
meeting.
about it.
Okay,
I think initially we were hoping to talk him out of it, and then that didn't pan out. So we went forward.
well, this was a separate letter, it wasn't his letter of resignation.
But as far as
Yeah,
resignation,
this was a letter that the youth commission members had kind of collaborated on. Bill sent it in.
If it doesn't get turned into you guys or turned to me, then I don't have copies to put in the packets or anything.
Okay.
Yeah, so maybe just forward it to Pam and the board and ask them to be added to the agenda for whatever the next meeting is that it's up for.
Okay.
Also, when we were at the last youth commission meeting, John, can't remember his last name, and I don't have my paperwork, said he was gonna write a letter.
You did,
Okay. Did
you
you
wrote
get,
that night.
why hasn't it
Dropped it
turned
off.
in? Drop
Okay,
it off to
well, that
John?
would be, so I'll check with Chris to see if he has it.
Okay.
We'll let it for that.
Letter to re-up his time with the youth commission?
Who was that?
John Whitmarsh?
Said he was
John
gonna write it
Whitmarsh,
that night.
never.
We did, he dropped it off probably 5 minutes after you left.
Yeah, I saw him fall in,
Yep.
but we haven't got the letter yet.
I haven't seen the letter either.
Who did you drop it off to?
We were still there, so we gave it to Krista.
Okay, we don't
So
have
she
it
knows,
yet.
I'll double check that
Yeah, check with Krista for that letter,
in minutes. Yep.
check with the minutes, and we'll go from
Okay.
there. Okay. Anything else, Brian?
Nope.
Anything else? Courtney?
Water meters have been read, bills will be going out around the 5th or 6th October. Clarifier 2, we do have all the equipment installed. Brentwood Industries came out. We have just a couple things on the punch list, that takes up and running finally after a little over a year. Hopefully now we can work on getting the other side ordered. That's about it.
Good job. Short and sweet.
Mike?
The sidewalk that we had the notice on where the handicapped person fell across from Brandy's in Washington is done. We moved over to the community church. The new excavator had a leak in the pump. We got looking underneath, all the lines come into the bottom of the pump. As you can see, torque lines on it, one loosened up, but the only way to get to the one we need tighten is take them all off. So I called the guy we bought it from. He didn't want us to touch it because we've only used it 2 or 3 times. They're coming tomorrow, so I canceled the sidewalk. We were supposed to pour the church tomorrow, and we won't be able to get it in. What took so long in Watson, it was a month and a half to get concrete. They don't have the drivers. You can't get the material. I got 2 more driveways I wanted to do culverts that are humped up in Valcor Heights. Nobody's got culverts, the right size. That's just what it is. And we haven't even got into the stimulus money yet, so it's gonna be a nightmare. Called for sand to try to finish our salt sink, because we're running out of work here. They're up in Wilmington, so they're trying to get them back, not that we need a lot. And I go to Saratoga Wednesday. They called me last week. I'm gonna have the honor of standing up front in front of all those hundreds of people, unfortunately. But I'm gonna actually present that Lifetime Achievement Award to Tommy Sears, retired from the town of Beatontown for the state association. That's gonna be nice. So I'm hoping that goes well. The only other thing I had talked to Courtney about this on these water and sewer projects. When they're ripping the streets up like that, North Bend I don't mind because we haven't repaved it, but they're gonna go they go one end of Elm Street, the other. That should be in the contract, that whole street gets repaved. Because we redid that street. Any street that's been paved recently, to me, it should be overlapped because I know what's gonna happen, it's gonna settle. They're gonna call screaming because it's not gonna match, number one. I mean, it'll match, but you're gonna have a patch. For the little few extra thousand it would cost, the size of a project like that, to overlay the whole street and be done with. Like I said, North Bend I don't mind because we haven't did that. When they get all said and done, we'll run up through there and pave it. And then it'll be all tied together. But these new streets that have been repaved, you know, it should really be thought about, you know.
I'm pretty sure if the alternate goes through, that the alternate section is a complete pave.
just something.
That's a good point, Mike, but it's something we would have needed to have at hand before we started the project, you know, so.
Well, I wasn't involved in this. There's nothing to do with me.
Question, are there any other townships we can borrow 2 culverts from until
No.
ours come in? Nobody will
No.
loan us 2
The
culverts?
county's been getting them from us.
Oh,
Unfortunately, down in Valcourt Heart, I got 12 in, if you need 10, I can put a 12 in, we tried that, but if you don't have enough cover, with the frost and thaw, it just pushes them right back up through the blacktop.
Yeah,
So, you can put galvanized in, but you're gonna replace them in a couple of years because they rot out. It just, it is what it is. So, it's, roadside mowing's just about done. We've had, the bigger mower up to Dragoon's clutch went in it, come back and then it did the same thing, it's back up there now. That tractor's been a nightmare. I really like to unload it, but it's all down the money, so. I guess that's it.
Pam? Only thing I have is last Tuesday, I was here with Pam for a while, and a call came in, there was an accident up on Peasville Road, and just wanted to thank Lloyd, Wayne, Tyler, and Andrew. They took action real fast, the vehicle was going by Lloyd and the Gradle, and clipped it on the way by, and the vehicle kept going, so Wayne, Andrew, and Tyler was in the truck behind Lloyd and followed the truck to Marty Downs, was it Marty, John Boswell Road, and then we called the state troopers, and we waited there for about 2 hours overall. The guy got leaving the scene of an accident and crossing the center line. I won't say any names or addresses, but I want to thank you guys for doing that and taking action fast when it happened. Because it was
Just so you know where I stand on this, because they called me on this, the guy would have stopped,
Absolutely.
we would have worked with him. We probably could have did some of this work on that grade all ourselves, but because it was a hit and run, played stupid, to rip the mirror right off his driver's side vehicle. I'm not gonna show any mercy on that. It'll go to probably Carl Swikes or whatever, but, you know, the sheriff's gonna have to pay. You know, if he would have stopped, you know, like an honest person would have.
yeah.
You're not gonna tell me when you hit that big machine that you don't know you hit it. They're lucky it didn't go over the top of it, to be honest with you.
And then the parking back of the garage was the other thing, obviously. There was a reason. Okay, but other than that,
That's all I need now.
for that. Okay, so we're down to number 13, public comments on agenda items only. Anyone? Once? Twice? Okay, number 14. I need a motion and a second to pay the bills.
Second?
Jim Douglas made the motion. You second? Craig? I was trying to say something, I don't know what he said. Muffled. Okay, resolution, Diana.
A resolution authorizing the post audit payment of certain claims, bills, and invoices of the town, whereas the town board has reviewed and audited the following claims, bills and invoices for services rendered and goods provided to the town in September 2021. From town approved vouchers in September 2021, 202101063, through and including 202101126, abstract dated September 23rd, 2021, with a dollar amount totaling $605,278.56. Of that, $13,674.54 was wired, credit cards, and prepaid. $591,604.02 is remaining to be paid. And whereas the town board finds said claims, bills, and invoices to be acceptable and form and useful enough. Now therefore be it resolved that payment of the mentioned claims, bills, and invoices is approved, and the supervisor being hereby is authorized to make such payment, and be it further resolved that this resolution shall take effect immediately. Mr. Barber?
yes.
Mr. Bruno?
Yes.
Mr. Irwin?
Yes.
Mr. Douglas?
Yes.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes. Okay, number 15, I need a motion and a second to adjourn to executive session. It's for pending litigation.
I'll make it.
Rick?
Second?
Craig Bruno, all in favor?
Aye.
Courtney? I won't say there won't be action taken coming out. There might be. Possible